Hello everyone, how's it going? I've had a lot of talk lately on my video of 30 East Drive, and I've decided to do one on the ancient Ram Inn. And I visited here with three others, the same group actually that I went to 30 East Drive with. And we went to the ancient Ram Inn on the 27th of June 2018. I booked online. I think for the four of us it was like 50 quid a head, so I paid via bank transfer, I think it was, into the lady who now owns it, and she was the daughter of the original owner. Now I haven't actually met her directly. I think it Diane? Can't remember her name, but so I'm just trying to think of her name. Then I can't remember it. Anyway, so on the day that we were due to be going, she sends me a text to say that in the bishop's room, the bedding had all been cut up with a knife, but they don't know who it was because it was in between the last people leaving and it being checked and then being checked again or something like that. So I thought, okay, this sounds pretty good. I mean, the hype of the ancient Ram Inn is unreal. You know, the stories have been going around there for many years, especially about the succubus that's going to that fucks all the guys in there. You know, so I was like, where do I sign? You know, let's check it out. Let's try and get a blowjob. You know, nah, joking. But yeah, we went along. We got up there. I met up with a friend of mine, Bianca, who I hadn't seen for a very long time, so she came down quickly. We had a little walk around, and after she went, we got everything set up. Now I was expecting everything that you like. I remember seeing it on Ghost Adventures and all the reading, all the material, and the video footage of everyone being in there. It was meant to be rife, this old inn. And we went in there, and it didn't feel haunted at all. Like, at all. It's probably the most clearest place. My house feels more active than the ancient Ram Inn did. Anyway, we went in. There was CCTV on the downstairs, which apparently was put in for the lady who now owns it to keep an eye on her dad. I'm not going to start name dropping or anything here. Excuse me. I'm not going to start name dropping or anything here. But yeah, but before he died, he was in a bad way, so she had cameras and everything else put in. Not upstairs, just downstairs. So anyway, we went in, went around. Nothing set off the EMF meter, the K2 and the MEL meter. Nothing whatsoever. There was part of the house which was blocked off. There was a room at the back which is directly above the kitchen. So if you've ever been in there, there's a room above the kitchen, and around the other side of the house next to the bathroom, I think you can get in that way as well. But that was all sealed off. That all had his personal belongings or something in. But one thing I did notice walking around is how dangerous the building is itself. I'm a big guy, but even some of the slimmer and lighter people are having problems. Going up into the attic, the wooden steps all twisted, broken loose, and it felt like at any minute you're just going to fall down. So I'm going around myself here because I've got 101 things I'm trying to remember from the night. We'll start off in the attic. Okay. In the attic itself, when we went up, was an old table and some chairs, looked like from a pub. Definitely not from when the inn was an actual running inn, but maybe, I don't know, 80s or 90s sort of style. It had the dark mahogany look. So we went up there, sat down, just over to the left, to the right of the stairs as you go up was like a bed with a dressing table and storage and crap. For the time of the year, it was absolutely baking up there. It was unbelievably hot. So we're trying to sit down at this table, and do a box session and just trying to record some EVPs and everything else. But it was absolutely baking. So I got up to have a little look. Bearing in mind, the lighting up there is ridiculous. And all of a sudden, I just looked down and I could see straight into the bishop's room. And on the floor is a bit of wood, probably about this big, probably about 2 foot, which says it's dangerous and, to keep off. But you can't see it when you're up there. And 98% of people that are going to be going into the loft anyway are going to be going up there in the dark, because it's ghost hunting, you've got to be in the dark and everything else. So you're going to fall straight fucking down. It was so dangerous, it was unreal. Anyway, so we came out of there, got a few little bits and pieces, but 90% of the time, if you're using a PSP7, you'll pick something up, okay? If you definitely don't, then 100% there's no spirits there, there's nothing there. But on this occasion, we picked up a few little bits and pieces, which was good, but nothing to warrant the reputation as it is. Definitely not. I think I would do it. I would do it if the ancient ramen was given to me, whether it be. Sorry, I thought I saw something in the corner of my eye then. I would do it. It's business. It's business. If I had a property that I could rent out for stupid amounts of money a night, I'd fucking do it, wouldn't you? Fuck it. Definitely. I mean, there was nothing there at all. We were filming. I was standing in this, what they say is the entrance to hell, this demonic sort of area. We picked up nothing at all the entire night. The entire time we were there, we picked up fuck all. I think the highlight of the night was actually walking up to a Tesco's just up in the town, to get something to eat, because it was nice and cool. I mean, the house itself was absolutely fucking baking. We sat down separately. Excuse me. One of us in the front room. There was someone upstairs. Then you got the witch's room. Now the witch's room, while I remember, did feel a bit off. And I think it's because of not necessarily the decor or anything else, but they've definitely, just like East Drive, I think they've gone for an old style look there. There was lots of ornaments in there with the heads broken off and bits and pieces like that, which is believed to have been, the spirits have done it. I've been a paranormal researcher since I was 16, and I'm nearly 39, so that's a long time. And I'm a believer. I'm not a skeptic. I am a believer in the afterlife, but I want to prove it at the same time that it is something paranormal. The word paranormal, is a word for something that is not proven by science. It's unknown. It's something you can't prove. It covers a whole range of area, from Bigfoot, UFOs. They would all come in really in the paranormal area. People think paranormal is automatically ghosts and demons and everything else, but it's not. There's a big spectrum there. But anyway, getting back on it. We separated, we walked around on the first floor, in between the witch's room and the bishop's room. Down at the other end near the toilet, there's another tiny little room with some information about the ramming, and the floor in there is fucking ridiculous. I'm like, you keep thinking to yourself, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking fall through this in a minute. It was horrible. I'm glad I went. I am glad that I went, and I've been in there and I've seen it for myself, and we checked it out. If need be, if anything, just for something you can just sort of tick off the list to say that you've been. But for the story wise of these demons that mate with guys and and all stuff like this, there was no evidence of anything there at all. And not even necessarily that we didn't pick it up. It just felt really clear. It just felt so clear when we were in there. and I couldn't wait to fucking go home. I can't remember what time we had to be out, but we left early. I think we left at 5:30, 6 in the morning. I was just so fucking happy to get out. Even it got to a point where from around 2 o'clock in the morning we wasn't picking anything up on the spirit boxes. We wasn't even for the state of the place, we wasn't even picking up dust orbs or anything like that. It was fucking boring. So if you're going to get sucked in and you want to go to these paranormal events, and everything else, find someone like me who is happy, obviously once this COVID, the Chinese flu's over, that's going to be happy to talk to you about everything, okay? Show you the equipment and show you, it's like fishing. Just because these TV shows always seem to find bits and pieces doesn't necessarily mean to say that you're going to. And by paying this money to go to the 30 East Drive, to go to the ancient Ramin, to go to all these places, you're being sucked in. It's a money maker, all right. And even if there was, these horrible spirits in there and everything else, you don't know what the fuck's been going on in there. Seances or anything else, because on the ground floor there's cameras where they can keep an eye on you, can watch what you're doing, but upstairs there's nothing up there at all. So I'm boring myself with the fucking story because I've spent all that money. Luckily, unlike because I live in Bournemouth, so it's not like having to drive up to Leeds to East Drive. It was only like an hour and something up the road, the Ramin, for me to drive to. But I won't ever be going again. And one of the reasons why I won't be going again is they've ridiculously put the prices up. It's a lot more expensive now. I think I worked it out to be around £70 a head. And I said, no, I'm not doing it. The sheets that were all ripped, didn't even see a sharp knife in there, nothing in there at all. I've got bits and pieces on this channel of the good stuff that happened. Bearing in mind we were there from 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock on the 27th until 6 a.m. max, the following morning. And I think I've got about 12 minutes of footage, maybe. Not 100% sure because it's not something that I've gone over. I'm not necessarily saying that it's completely nothing ever goes on in there, because I've got video footage of, audio of things that's going on. So I'm not going to say that there's not something going on, but with regards to the stories, and everything else that's been going on there. I mean, I remember when I lived in London and hearing about this place, I never thought I'd ever be able to go, because some guy lived in there, I didn't realise that this was now going to be a freak show, that people can come and pay and go to this house and fucking walk around and do all this shit. And I think, I don't want to be hurtful, and there was an old guy, a very eccentric old man living in there before, that made money from the stories just like everyone else did. Okay, that was in the papers, Britain's most haunted house. Well, East Drive had Britain's most haunted house as well, and there's a few others, but we'll get onto that, at a later date. That they're the country's most haunted. So I think if you're going to go to the ancient Ramin, go. Well, good luck to you. Hopefully you'll get something, and you will be one of these people that actually has it all on camera, because no one has. All of these stories and all the other little bits and pieces, nothing's been backed up on camera. And I know that because I've looked. I have actually had a good look, okay? So if you want to waste the money, or you just want to do it, it's not necessarily about wasting the money. You want to tick it off the list. I've ticked it off the list. I'm glad I went. I've ticked it off. I've seen it for myself. I've got my own judgment on it, just like this video. This video is probably going to get loads of people not liking it and big dramas and everything else, but I just hope that if you're in a position where you can afford to go and you want to go, and if need be, you just want to tick it off your list yourself, or you want to be the one who gets it all on footage, then do it. 100% do it. I really, really think you should. But if you're going to go with the idea that you're going to get fingered or wanked off by some fucking demon, you know, or some paranormal gangbang, it's not going to fucking happen. It's not. It's really, really not. I found the place to be unsafe. I think the best part of it was the toilet. The toilet was clean. There's a toilet in the shower room, you know. That's quite clean. The place has been looked after to the best that you're going to get it. But as I said, the guy that was there before, there's lots of weird shit. So I'm so sorry. There's lots of weird shit in this place, like fucking crows hanging up around and all this. And there was like this portal to hell, which is like this maybe a couple of foot down, 3 foot wide ditch, you know, that we were all standing in, thinking, worst case scenario, let's get fucking possessed, you know, let's something fucking happen to make it worth the while, get the views up and everything else. But nothing ever did. I know people that wish to remain anonymous who have been up until lockdown, the first one, and they've been a few times and they haven't got anything at all. So people are cashing in. And like I've said before, you know, it's a freak show, it's a paranormal circus. These spirits, if they're trapped in there or whatever, they're getting told to knock on shit, move a ball, turn a fucking light on and off, say something, like like a circus monkey, 7 nights a fucking week. And you're getting people. There's one person in particular that has pissed me off. I won't say their name, gender or whatever else, but this person is making an absolute fortune out of taking people's money, bringing an obscene amount of people to these properties up and down the country on ghost hunts. So let's just think about this for a minute, okay? I go on these events once in a blue moon. I normally operate on my own or with one other person, normally Michelle. So you can debunk these things. Like in the Ram Inn, we went around together. We were on the same level together. So if anything happened on a different level, we could, you know, either debunk it or work out whether it's paranormal or what. You're within earshot. You know, you can. If I'm doing EVP work in one room, the other couple down at the other end are completely silent until I say that I'm not recording, and vice versa. If they're going to be using audio equipment and everything else, then I'm going to be keeping my noise down. And if there is somebody in another room and I know that they cough or they say something, I'll mark the tape there and then. Michelle coughed. Just so when you're playing it back, you're not sitting there for ages thinking, fucking hell. Only for them to put it on YouTube and then another team member saying, oh yeah, that was me, I farted. You know, because that's happened. Believe it or not, that's actually fucking happened. Not with me, but with a good friend of mine in America. And she didn't want her boyfriend at the time to know that she had farted. And that went round, near enough went viral, this video of some ancient old hospital. I can't remember the fucking name of it now. But they went in there and it was our ass all along. Fucking oh dear. But yeah, so that's just my 2 pence. I don't think it's haunted to the demonic nature that they say it is and everything else. It's a money maker, just like everything else. This is just my opinion. It's just my opinion. I'm not saying 100% certain. My personal opinion, from a paranormal researcher of well over 20 odd years, I don't think there's any sort of demons in there. There may have been, and they might have fucked off. They might have gone. When the previous owner died, they might have gone with him. I thought, fuck this, I ain't hanging about, I'm not fucking performing this shit every night, I'm gone. Why would you? If I was a ghost, well, to be honest with you, if I was a ghost, I probably would try and fucking mingle in every little now and then, you know, tell him who I am and try and get this communication thing up, you know, to try and prove everything. But if you're just like this, if you were like this sex pest demon, they might not be thinking, oh yeah, it's a bit of fresh pussy every night, the fucking, or anything like that, you know, or whatever they're into, fresh meat every night. They might not think that. They might think, you know what, I'm gone. And they might have gone. But when I went, there was nothing there. Nothing at all. The creepiest part for me was coming outside, and if you go out of the door, there's like the drive sort of like right up in front of you now to get out, but to the right there's like a big garden that's all overgrown. That felt creepy as shit. That really fucking did. But the house itself didn't. I would be more than happy to go in there on my own and stay in there on my own. I would hope from getting away from like you and me, a couple of adults or whoever chatting, from a paranormal researcher, my point of view, I would love it all to be true. And I would love nothing more than to have somebody, love it to be me, but somebody to get it all on tape, documented and done. That would be good. But up until now, it's 2021, February 2021, and I haven't seen anything. And I check regularly, and it's the same thing over and over and over. If it's not there, it's another place. 20, 30 people in a room. Tipping fucking table. What the fuck is that about? Tipping tables. What the fuck is... Oh yeah, shake the fucking... Lift the table up for us. Fuck off. It's all bullshit. So if you're going to go on any of these things, stay away from these big companies that are going to make money from you, and contact a local team with a decent reputation and ask them if you can pop along one night, or maybe put an ad out saying, look, if there's an actual team, a small team, going to the Ram Inn, ask them if you can come along. Because all they got to do, booking the Ram Inn has been the easiest I've had with any booking I've ever had. Okay, East Drive was a fucking nightmare. Okay, because they very rarely check their emails. Going to the ancient Ram Inn, there's a number you can phone. There was a number that you could text. You could physically get hold of these people and get it all sorted. And one thing I thought was a real fucking touch while I was there is they had a landline in the front room. Obviously for the they had like TV. I'm not sure if they had Sky TV. I don't know why. I'm thinking of somewhere else. But anyway, there was a landline in there. So, God forbid, touch wood, if there was a problem and there was no phone signal, there is a landline to get help. You could phone the owner and she will, either herself or someone would come down if need be. There's cameras in there that they can see, so if anything was being done dodgily, that's not even a fucking word, is it? If something dodgy was going on inside it, they've got it all on tape. Well, for the downstairs part anyway. So that's a plus. That's a fucking rare thing. I've only ever seen that on one other place, and I haven't actually been there myself. This is just something that's some footage that I was sent about 5 years ago, and this place was all cameraed up. But the owners are easy to talk to. They're easy to get on with. It was a very smooth process. I can't fault them there, but I just wanted to be honest and open on my honest view that if you're going looking for a sex pest demon or a poltergeist or all the other little bits and pieces, there's hundreds of fucking stories, which is everything fucking happens there. So if you're going along expecting to see all this, there's a 99.9% chance you're not going to see it. Okay, so like I said, if you want to tick it off your list, Good luck to you. I will watch your footage if you post it on YouTube. Drop a link below. I'll have a little look. I'm sure that there are people out there that have got some decent footage and everything else, but I'm yet to see it. Okay, so that's it. That's my that's my little video on it. So everybody stay safe, and I will see you in another video sometime soon. Take care, guys. Bye bye.